Hello. How many times and how often and who to have we discussed how bloody cold it is this morning? It's so cold, isn't it? But I mean, we do that, don't we? If it's too hot, we discuss how hot it is. If it's too cold, we discuss how too cold it is. We're never happy in Britain, even though, our weather's been like this for forever. But it was sending the children out this morning, and you can see the frost lying on their eyebrows as they reach the top of the pathway. Right there. Bye. I've done my time walking to school, to primary school. Don't need to do it now. Send the children on their way in the cold. Wrap up, even though they don't, because there's nowhere to hang coats. And they don't want to carry them, which is just drives me a bit mental, really. But it's that thing where they need to take coats because it's really cold, but there's nowhere to hang them up as such. I think they can hang them up in their form, but not always. There's no lockers, and there's a reason why they don't have lockers. And then so they go in the minimal things that can keep them warm. So just lay them up, loads of thin layers, to send them on their way as you shut the door and come back into the warmth of the heating that's on for an hour. So how many people have you discussed it with, and you're still discussing it with, because it's not going to get any warmer. -3 tomorrow. Oh, it might be warmer tomorrow, actually. -1. Cold. Obviously, there's been a better... As soon as one information is released, like any town, the news spreads fast and everyone picks up on it, and then Chinese whispers and it all gets out of hand, and then blah, 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 blah. It's like a shitstorm that follows, and then things come back and bite you. So obviously I released information, as much as some other social media pages did as well, about what pharmacies can do. And I've put on so you saves you going to your GP, for example. Now, there is a thing that I've read this morning, it's been passed to me. So from 2023, pharmacists will be able to run a number of medical conditions handled normally by GPs as part of the nationwide pilot scheme funded by the NHS England. So that's sort of next year. However, the information that was released yesterday evening by our beautiful first aider is not incorrect. It's just that Garforth Cohens has released that information saying they are not able to cover that in our area, and it might be because currently pharmacists in England can prescribe within their clinical competency. So there's like 27,000 pharmacists, and only 1,000 of them are able to do that, and it might just be that they might not have that qualification, or the fear of being absolutely inundated once that news is out. So the information is not totally incorrect, and Tony is very good, and he's a really good source of information, and he's a first aider, so if anyone's going to know, it's him. He's been in the that side of the world for a very, 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 very long time. So it's just that Garforth have said, we're not taking swabs, and we're out in the throat, we're not able to prescribe antibiotics. So potentially this could be something that they could do, and it could save, I read this morning, the NHS GP surgery is like £400,000 should the pharmacists be able to take on a part of something that simple, like issuing antibiotics. But obviously there's some funding needed for more training so that pharmacists can cover that. So it's just Garforth's not doing it. So it's not incorrect, they're just not able to do that. So there's the information. Moving on, yesterday I had a beautiful meeting with the lovely Caroline Newsom, who's one of our Garthonians as such. She lives over in Allison Bywater, but she's very much part of the community, and she is one of our neighbourhood coordinators for the Leeds 2023, which will start in January, and it is 12 months. It's going right across the city. It's 12 months of beautiful, beautiful culture. I'm going to read some information about you, because there was a bit of controversy in 2018-19, I think, when this was all kicking off about where money should and shouldn't be spent, and a lot of people, politicians maybe, people within Leeds City Council, whoever, got involved and were like, no, this shouldn't happen. But it is. It's happening. The money's there. There's no point arguing about what should be done, what shouldn't be done. It's happening. So across, I think don't quote me on this number, but it's 33 neighbourhood coordinators that are going to be part of Leeds 2023. And it's amazing, because what it's about is the spirit of Leeds. This is what they want to sort of give you. It's the city of Leeds is bursting with culture, and it can change lives, and it can massively. I'm all over it. But not everyone feels they have the freedom of access to the culture and creativity, which is absolutely brilliant. We have so many beautiful people, so many clever, switched on people in Garforth that are creative, that hold a culture that we don't see. We can't access access it. We can't be involved in it. So to me, it's really important, and I agree with what their mission is on Leeds 2023, which is to deliver a year of creative experiences which connect people and change their relationship with culture for good. And this is going to be a massive stepping stone. It's not going to be a couple of weeks or something. This is a whole year. So speaking to Caroline Newsom yesterday, who's full of enthusiasm, really keen to take this forward, to do something within the ward, I hate the word the ward, but the area, shall we say. So that'll include not just Garforth, Swillington and Great Preston. So there's that area there. So there's about, I reckon, about 25-ish more, 30, between 25 and 30, shall we say, 1,000 people within that area. So it's going to be something that she's going to grasp hold of, that people can get involved, that businesses that can get involved, that creative artists can get involved, that we can get just there's no reason why we can't get everybody involved. I don't know, there'll be somebody out there going, I am not, fine, not for you. But this to me is most important, and I believe that we don't see enough of it, we can't access it enough, and I hope that more people get on the back of it, and we will certainly be shouting about it, telling you all the things that you could get involved in with the plans that Caroline Newsom will have in the coming months about what can happen. Can she connect with someone? Can we get the people that are already doing projects and wonderful things all coming together and then making something beautiful as part of Leeds 2023? So I'm behind it massively. Lots of events coming up this weekend. 10th of December seems to be a biggie for some reason, and we've got the lovely Penny's Pots. Woohoo! Excuse me. Penny's Pots, our beautiful Penny Rowe, who, of course, will have something to do with Leeds 2023, I'm sure. Will be outside her drive. I've released some information. It'll be on the blog on Friday from 10 o'clock in the morning. I think it's 10 till 12 off the back of my head. And she lives opposite, her studio is in her drive, and she lives opposite the Methodist Church on Church Lane. And she will have like an open studio on her drive, so you can come and buy her wares, and they are beautiful. So be there, and I will share this information. There's cinema on Saturday at Swillington Church, St Mary's, which I think is fab. And then there's another fair going on in Swillington as well. Again, I will share these things. But one great thing that's going on, and we've put it at the top of our website this week, themaindeal.co.uk, you will see all the information there, is a part of the churches together, well, it's a Christmas Seed is a little sort of group of people that are running through the churches, and it's called Seed, and it's creative dance and movement, which they're going to run on Sunday the 11th at 3:30 at St Mary's Church. It's a free event, so bring your children along. I'll read a little bit about it, but again, I will put this on the blog on Friday. So Seed is about releasing creative and igniting the imagination all through movement and dance, which I know all too well is a brilliant thing. Children of any age can join us for a fun Christmas session on Sunday the 11th, where we'll be celebrating the birth of Jesus with dancing and creative activities. It is also free of charge. So it starts at 3:30. So get down there in the afternoon, and you know, I'll post some stuff up, but it is at the top of it's pinned at the top of our website, so you can find out more information. And they do run, I think, Sunday events as well. So if you even want to introduce your children to church, it's a really great way of doing it. If you want to, if you've got small children, you've thought about their religion, where you want to go with it, these are the type of people that you can go to and have a chat with. And it's a great way of doing it, being involved in something fun as part of the church. So that will be on, and I'll say there's lots of stuff coming up on Saturday, so I will share it on the blog on Friday. Lots of fabulous offers coming out from our beauty industry. We do have a large what's the word I'm looking for? Industry, I suppose, of beauty and hair and barbers, and there's lots going on. But the fabulous offers that are coming in from like Shine and Behold Me Aesthetics and Joe Baker and Caroline at R&R and our hairdressers and but just there's so many vouchers. So if you're wondering what to buy for your loved one, male or female, look out, because I'm posting it all, and they are some really good offers, and a lot of them are doing like countdown, so calendar countdown, so you can see what's coming up. So keep an eye out there because you don't want to miss out. So before we leave, 2 interesting facts. 1 in 10 European babies is conceived in an IKEA bed. Well, it is fatal for a ferret. She will die if she doesn't have sex for a year. Well, your whole darling. Good day.